Welcome to Sib Spot. Today's featured Reddit stories are from Entitled Parents. Story 1 is by Teodorp99. Entitled Family Demands I Give Them Their Dog. For context, I started working part-time in a charity kennel where we rehome dogs from the pound. Usually there's just 2 of us working, me and the kennel manager, Kay. The kennel itself is composed of 3 small buildings where we keep dogs in a fence with a double gate at the front. One of the buildings stretches just outside the fence with a small window looking straight at one of the dogs. On this day, we had received a cabinet donation that someone had left out in their garden. Since we had some use for it, Kay asked me to wash and scrub it since it was filthy while she walked the next dog on the list. So I grabbed my earbuds and got to work assembling and scrubbing it in the courtyard. Suddenly, I see the entitled dad and entitled kid. They had apparently just walked up and were looking into the open kennel window, squeaking a ball at the dog inside. I take out my earbuds and this conversation ensues. OP, can I help you? ED, we're here to pick up our dog, Spot. OP, sorry, we don't have any dogs named Spot here. Entitled kid, but he's right there. We can see him through the window. He looks exactly like he did on the listing. Give us our dog now. OP, like I said, we don't have any dogs called Spot here. That's Jess. Are you sure you're at the right place? ED, yes, this is the address we were given. OP, okay, who did you talk to? What was the name of the company or person? ED, I don't know. OP, okay, I don't think I will be able to help you. Why don't you wait for the manager to come back in around 15 or 20 minutes? She'll be able to sort you out. ED, okay, we'll wait. And they walked off. I put my earbuds in and continued working. Not even 10 minutes later, the EK comes back with his phone in his hand. I take out my earbuds and he tells me his mom is on the other end and wants to talk to me. Entitled mother, why are you keeping our dog away from us? Let me talk to Vanessa. OP, hello to you too. I'm sorry, we don't have any Vanessa working here, nor in the office associated with us. Entitled mother, Vanessa told me to come here. This is the address we were given, so stop BSing us and just give us our dog. OP, I told you, no Vanessa works here. We don't have any viewings organized for today either. What's the name of the company you're looking for? Entitled mother, we organized it with X charity. Why are you making this so difficult? OP, miss, we're not affiliated with X charity at all. You have the wrong place. Entitled mother, stop lying. My kids saw the dog through your window. This is the address we were given, and we'll get our dog today. At this point, I see my manager rounding the corner and I just tell the lady to talk to her, since she'll be able to help her more. I walk up to my manager, give her a really quick summary, and apology for what's about to come, and hand over the phone. I didn't hear the conversation, but I was later told that she had a similar conversation in a very argumentative tone with the lady on the line. She doesn't take BS and told her to tone it down so they can figure this out. And they eventually got to the conclusion that the family were looking for the kennels on the other side of the parking lot. The father and kid walk off. No apology or anything. A few minutes later, I see my manager glued to the fence and she calls me to come watch with her. Looking to the other side of the parking lot, we see the family walking out of the other kennel with their new dog, Spot. Spot was a smallish Shih Tzu. Jess is a massive Shiba Inu and Staffy mix. Confused looks were shared with my manager. This unfortunate dog just got a family that can't even see the difference between those 2 breeds. They are totally, completely different, not even close to the same. But what also surprises me is that the person that works here wasn't aware that there were kennels on the other side of the parking lot. Our next story is by Ordinary Highlight 74. Father-in-law's girlfriend demands my debit card. So a while back, my father-in-law's truck broke down and he started giving my husband all his cards so we could shop for him and deliver it to him. Eventually, father-in-law got a new girlfriend. She moved in with him immediately. She was homeless at the time. Everything had been fine until his girlfriend relapsed into alcoholism, at which point my kids and I stopped going over there. Anyway, recently father-in-law got a new truck, and before we had the chance to take his cards back or meet up to give them back, his girlfriend is texting us, harassing us, saying she's going to come pick up our debit card because we had theirs for so long, and if we expect them to trust us with theirs, then we should trust them too. Which, no, that's not how it works. After a text message fight, my husband said he would only talk to his dad and not her anymore, and she imploded, demanding we give her our card. We blocked the number. So she texted us from father-in-law's phone to continue the fight, telling us she will come and get our card to go shopping with, saying she doesn't need our permission. If they are struggling and had asked politely, I'd be helping them right now. But I'm not. My family is crazy. OP, it doesn't sound like your family is crazy, it sounds like your father-in-law's girlfriend is crazy. There's a possibility that your father-in-law has an issue with her being a severe alcoholic, and she may be trying to get your card so that she can get some things to drink without it having a record on his cards. I suspect that could be the case here. Our last story today is by Aggressive Ebb, 8479. Is it wrong to keep my mother at bay while I plan my wedding? I, 24 female, grew up very close to my mother, who's a 53 female. We are very close and did a lot of activities together. She got divorced when I was little and has since remarried with the man I consider one of my role models in life while still maintaining my connection with my bio dad. Over the years and since moving out of her house, I've noticed some very unsettling tendencies come out of the relationship I have with my mom. I met a man in college and we started dating. Everyone was introduced and things were great. This man is now my fiancé. As time went on and our relationship became more solidified and serious, my mom has started preferring that just myself come home to visit now. She complains about being a hostess and wanting to do whatever she wants to do and not have to wait on everyone by making meals, cleaning up after us, etc. I get confused by this since it started coming up. We were in college and living independently. We don't need to be cared for. I do have a younger brother in that home that still kind of needs that support, food and shelter, but I've been out of that phase for years. She had a mental breakdown at my college graduation because she saw my biological dad from a distance and refused to continue into the ceremony because it was all too much for her. My bio dad and my remarried father both got along pretty great, but no one has any issues except for her. She makes comments on vacations when it's just us, without my fiancé, about how this might be the last vacation like this. This is how it could have been. And it makes me so upset. I love my fiancé very much and want them to be included, but she makes all these remarks about the opposite. It's pushing me away. A week before I got engaged, she asked me privately if I could not post anything when I do get engaged because the thought of me being engaged makes her physically ill? And she asked if I could wait 2 years to get engaged because it would be more convenient for herself since she would be done with her master's program by then. I told her that none of that is in my control, and it is a once-in-a-lifetime moment that I would like everyone to share in, so I cannot make that promise to not share it online with everyone. She started crying and listed all the problems she had with family members and socializing and big events. It was all about her. She refuses to get counseling and says, "God will get me through it." She clearly needs help and sees me as her confidant. But I can't help her when it involves putting my own life on hold. I tried to wait a little bit to tell her I got engaged when it happened, and I told her I had a date set. But as of right now, she's had problems with my bridesmaids I've picked out, the dates I've reserved, and doesn't even want me to try on any dresses with anyone, even if it's just for fun because it's a mother's thing. I want to give my bio dad some time during the wedding as well, walking down the aisle and a dance, but I know Mother will throw a very strong opinion on that. At this point, I'm closer with my future mother-in-law and I will have her support instead. This is an odd story because usually when you have a super controlling mom, that's having like empty nest syndrome where somebody's going away, they don't mind them visiting and making some small mess. Even though this girl isn't visiting her mom's house at all and causing messes, she just has a problem with it. She doesn't want her to get married. She feels physically ill at the idea of a man being involved in her daughter's life. It's like she's clinging to you, but she doesn't want to cling to you. I don't know. It's an odd case. I don't know why she would behave like this. It's almost like she's got a split personality, because on the one hand, she doesn't want you to be home and making a mess. On the other hand, she doesn't want you to move on with your life. That's an unfortunate situation to be in. Our stories for today have come to a close. Until we meet again, have a remarkable day.